Yo, what is up? This is your boy Guru back with a new video, and today a blast from the past. We are riding in the 5916. This is actually a re-upload of an old video, but I thought I would do this video again because this tank has been, seems like, forgotten nowadays. You don't see a lot of people riding this tank anymore. At one point in the past, it used to be quite a popular little tank, and one of the reasons why it was very popular was because it had amazing camo values. Now, it was really popular in what's that battle mode called, team battles, where you had 6 tier 8s and 1 tier 6, or 2 tier 7s and 5 tier 8s. You normally run that kind of configuration, and this was a very popular tank in that mode. And one of the reasons why was because of its camo value. Now, in tier 6 camo value, it is only third best, and not by far third best, and it's only worse than the T52 and the AMX12T. The AMX12T was the number one for a long time, but then came the T52, which was recently released, so that is the number one in camo value, but not by far. 17 point something versus 18 point something, so you're not that far off from the T52, which makes this tank like one of the best camo values in tier 6, which is why it was very popular in team battles. In that format, it was a really good scout. You could scout, besides the Type 64, another Chinese tank, it was one of the best tanks in team battles. You could scout out those tier 8 tanks easily. Now, this gun is the 57mm gun, and it is actually different from the 76, which is the top gun. This is actually a tier 5 gun, but the reason why a lot of people run this gun was because of the APCR penetration of 189, which was better than the tier 6 guns. And because of the 189 penetration, it had also a 2.15 second reload time if you're running food and all that stuff. It's not as great right now. It's 2.48 reload time since they nerfed the light tanks, but if you're still running food, BIA and things like that, you'd still get it around to 2.2 seconds, which is really quick for a 57mm gun with 189 penetration. Although, as you can notice right now, the average damage is very low. It's only 85 average damage. It was 85 damage average damage then, it was 85 average damage now. But the good thing is you get to shoot a lot, because 2.2 seconds, 2.3 seconds reload time, you can just keep shooting. And because it's APCR, you have 1238 shell velocity. See how fast that thing flies. It's like a laser. It's almost instantaneous. And it carries 70 shells, so you hardly ever run out of shells. I mean, you can run out of shells, but doesn't happen very often. 70 is a lot of shells. You can just keep on firing, and that's how it works. But the dispersion on this gun is 0.31, and the moving dispersion is pretty low as well, 0.13 right now. Back then it was 0.15, but 0.13 now, it's not bad at all. Also, the effective traverse is 65 degrees per second. 65 degrees per second right now. It's really good. This tank is all about camouflage and mobility, so you need to use your mobility to flex around the map, to relocate. Use your camouflage to keep hiding, stay behind the bushes and fire without being noticed. And as soon as your sixth sense goes off, you know that you are spotted. You need to move and use your mobility to GTFO. So that's what's up about this tank. Well, I'm running the optics optics, rammer, gun laying drive. You can't run the vertical stabilizers in this tank in the past, but I think you can run it right now because it's one of the options that you can use on this gun right now. But back then you couldn't use vertical stabilizers on this gun. But anyway, if you can mount vertical stabilizers, you should do it. So you should run something in this kind of configuration: vertical stabilizers, optics, and either you can run vents or you run GLD. Personally, I would run GLD if you had like let's say a 1.5, 2 skill, below 3 skill crew. I would run a GLD just because I'm gonna be still when I'm shooting anyway, so the GLD is gonna help out a lot in your aim time. As you can see, you're gonna use this tank in a lot of this. You spot for yourself and you snipe from a bush, you snipe from camouflage, you snipe undetected, so you're gonna be still anyway. So use that GLD if you have a low skill crew, like 2 skills, less than 3 skills. It's gonna help with your aim time, and you're gonna be able to hit a lot more of your shots when you have that GLD on. But let's say you have like me, I think I have probably 5 skilled crew right now because I've been playing this tank a lot in team battles and trained up the crew. I would personally run a vents because a vents is gonna add is that 5% if I'm not mistaken, 5% to all crew skills if you're running vents. So if you have 5 skills, that's additional 5% to every skill. So if every crew had 5 skills, that's like 20 skills, and all those 20 skills are going to gain an extra 5%. Now that's why I said you would typically run vents on tanks that have a lot of crew skills. So 4 crew with 5 crew skills each, that's 20 crew skills with 5% boost. That's a lot of skills. That's gonna help you out a lot. But if you have crew that have only 2 skills, which means let's say 4 crew, you have only 8 skills, it's an option to run at GLD because that GLD is going to help you aim when you're stationary. So that might be a better option for you to use when you're sniping. Now this is almost the end of the game. I spotted everything for myself and sniped for myself. I've not lost any health at all. Now when I approach any kind of spotting positions, I always pick up the bush first. See, again, I've spotted them. I always pick up the bush to go to the bush first, so you earn that residual profits. You are earning that spotting damage, which adds up to your overall experience in your post battle results. You're gonna earn more XP, you're gonna earn more assisted damage, and overall you're gonna earn more credits. Now this tank, if you're running that 57 gun, you're gonna fire almost APCR exclusively unless you're shooting the backs of someone, like right now. I'm gonna shoot the back of the Emil, so it's okay if I used AP shells because I'm gonna pen him all the time, the backs or the sides. But if you're gonna deal damage frontally or at a weird angle at heavily armored tanks like Tigers, T-29s, you're gonna be using a lot of APCRs. So that was the game. This was a 17,000 WN8 game, over 2,000 of damage. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked that throwback video from back in the day when the 5916 was such a happening tank. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.